Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the JSE that just closed. And of course, today, the 7th of August, the 30% tariff on South African exports into the US has kicked in. But the market's in, pretty optimistic as the JSE continues to trade at record highs. The all share up by almost 0.5%. That largely coming from the Resources 10 complex, of course, that has continued to do the heavy lifting. They're climbing more than 1%. We do have the Industrial 25 eking out a gain of more than 0.6%. Financial 15 0.04% above the flat line. Let's take a look at what is happening stateside. And of course, US President Donald Trump on the tariff front announcing a 100% tariff on imported semiconductor chips, saying that he will exclude companies that are building in the US. And of course, amid the heavy focus on pharmaceuticals as well, of course, we had that threat coming in of an up to 250% tariff on those. We did have Eli Lilly's shares falling sharply today after disappointing details on the company's latest obesity drug trial. Quite a mixed picture over there. The Dow leading those losses, softening by 0.2%. The S&P 500 edging lower by almost 0.1%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq, though, backing that overall trend and climbing more than 0.4%. Let's take a look at the markets across the Atlantic. And in monetary news, we did have the Bank of England slashing interest rates today by 25 basis points. And there was actually, quite interestingly, a narrow split in the votes there. The FTSE 100 declining, they being the only bourse in the red, declining by 0.2%. The CAC 40, though, eking out a gain of over 1%, and the DAX climbing by almost 1.5%. Let's take a look at the currency scene and start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. The rand remaining stable against the greenback, just below 17 rand 80. The rand against the pound at 23 rand 85, and against the euro at 20 rand 68. Let's check in on how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.16, pound dollar at 1.34, and the yen above 147 above the US dollar.